Howard Dean. Howard Dean is the chairman of the Democratic National Committee, and he joins us now. Governor, how do you like how the night's playing out thus far?
So far, so good. You know, Barack ran with a message of bringing America together, and I think he's made a good start on it. We've got a long way to go tonight, but there's still a lot of people out west that haven't voted yet, and we want to make sure they get out there and get themselves to the polls, because this is a time for real change in America.
What demographically are you seeing in the exit polling that speaks to this question of the kind of coalition that the winner will put together? What are you seeing in that demographic information that you find encouraging for the party?
Well, the thing I think is most encouraging is across the board, we're doing better than we did in 2004. Every kind of American. You know, Barack wants to be the president of all Americans, including those who disagree with him. And we're doing better among every group of Americans compared to where we were in 2004. And I think that's really great. And I think that's, for me, that's, at this point, before we know who the winner is, that's really the most wonderful thing about the night, is that America is coming together so far around the vision that Senator Obama has painted for this country.
We have some numbers, Governor, out of the exit polls in Pennsylvania. I'm sure you've seen similar numbers, if not these exact same ones, that Clinton primary voters broke in favor of Obama in Pennsylvania, 81-19, that he won white voters 50-49. The margin among white voters without college degrees was 54-45, McCain, so pretty close on that. And he won white voters with college degrees 54-45. This speaks to what you're talking about, obviously, in terms of appealing to various demographic groups. In fact, is it a bellwether for projections in those demographic groups among the rest of the states of this country?
Well, we're going to find out in a couple of hours, but that's exactly what I'm talking about. You know, a lot of pundits are going to say, well, this was a big youth turnout and a big African-American turnout and a big Hispanic turnout, and that's great, and we certainly welcome that. But I think the real news here is how much Barack Obama has been able to bring this country together. Now, you know, we haven't won this yet, and we've got a ways to go, and the western states are very, very important to us. But this is a wonderful, wonderful start in Pennsylvania, not just to win, but to get the numbers that you just talked about. This is the beginning of the healing of America after a really divisive couple of decades, and I think that's what this is really all about.
Governor, back when you ran for president the last time around, you did something that a lot of people thought was very forceful and effective before you lost, and I do think it has a lasting effect in this election. Someone once said that you had the most powerful, the most potent you ever spoken. When you said you have the power, you did this kind of thing where you said to the voters, especially young voters, you can change. You may be coming across here tonight as the sort of the St. John the Baptist of this other guy without putting him on too high a power. I don't want to put him on that pedestal. But you did get this idea.
Just as well, otherwise it'll be on Fox News in short
I know,
order.
they'll be making fun of all of us here, which is what they tend to do. But what do you think about that? You did start this empowering thing, and then you turned out to be kind of a David Stern. You learned how to run the league. I mean, you had a 50-state strategy in 2006, and now we have a 50-state strategy in 2008. You came out as kind of a better manager than anybody thought you'd be. Right. I'm just getting you to agree how great you are, I suppose, which isn't too hard to do.
It helps to have a terrific candidate who's most articulate, which is great. But the most terrific thing about this campaign has been its discipline. I've never seen a Democratic campaign more disciplined than this. Even the fabled '92 Clinton campaign, which is a wonderful campaign, this has been a great campaign. And Barack has really reached out to everybody in a disciplined way. Of course, there are mistakes like everybody makes, but there weren't any big ones. They were thoughtful. There were no leaks. There was no backbiting. It's been a terrific campaign. Win or lose, Barack Obama has set a real mark for what's going to happen in this country, what we hope will happen in this country for the next 4 or even 8 years. A White House that's run really in a disciplined way, in a thoughtful way, and a White House that reaches out to working class and middle class Americans who really haven't been paid a lot of attention to for the last 8 years.
Thank you, Governor. Congratulations, perhaps. We'll see later tonight whether you deserve more congratulations than winning Pennsylvania, but I do believe, having watched this thing as you've watched it for all these weeks, that was the main salient, the main plan of the McCain campaign was to win Pennsylvania away from your party and begin to lock it up, and the Keystone State is not there for the Republicans this year.
Howard Dean, thank you very much.